Secretary John Kelly, as we told you, on Capitol Hill earlier, also taking a swipe at the judges handling the case.
I have nothing but respect for our judges, but they live in a different world than I do. I'm paid to worst case it. He's paid to, in a very academic environment, make a call, and I don't criticize him for that. That's his job. But I'm the one that is charged with protecting the nation, the homeland, and I intend to do that.
Michael Wilds is an immigration attorney and former federal prosecutor, and he joins us now to provide a little more insight on all of this. So what do you think is going to happen this evening?
I think the circuit court doesn't reverse and that the ban is going to be nullified. I'm a former federal prosecutor, former mayor, and I believe that the president did take quick and decisive action, but I thought he took an unconstitutional, albeit a well-intended action.
But this evening is not about the constitutionality, as I understand it. Is that correct?
This evening is between the states and the federal government. States asserting the rights of travel and the individuals that have a greater equity because they're here. And the federal government saying that this is a matter of preemption, this is a federal immigration, this is a Homeland Security matter. Now, mind you, the 1965 amendment to the president's authority to suspend immigration details was limited in as much as the president is not allowed to discriminate based on national origin. So there's a statutory claim. There are constitutional claims. Yes, there's no equal protection of the law until you come to the U.S. I'm an immigration lawyer. I often have to wait outside of American embassies. They don't have the right to lawyers.
What about if
but in America, they have greater rights. With green cards, they have great entitlement.
And now they fixed that. They fixed parts of that.
But it's broken at its core structurally. And if they keep putting Band-Aids on Band-Aids, what have they done, Heather, in the last 10 or 15 days since this came out as far as vetting? If this is a suspension that's temporary, why do we lose our national color and suspend refugee intake altogether? When we fought pirates in the 1700s with the Alien Sedition Acts, we didn't stop taking in refugees. Why are we running scared?
I don't know if you can compare today to the time of pirates.
The ISIS is a pirate. They are not a conventional government. We have to put them out and eradicate them, but not lose our tone or our character.
Right, but some of these governments don't have the ability to properly vet or even know who these people are.
And you can't get legitimate documents from certain corridors of the world.
So then how do we keep Americans safe?
Then the president acts through Homeland Security, through ISIS, through ICE, through USCIS, through all the multitude of agencies and law enforcement, and plugs up the holes in the administrative process.
So he needs to do that first.
But you don't take 7 countries and then you leave Indonesia and Saudi Arabia, the progenitors of 9/11, 16 of the 19 hijackers came from there, and say we'll get to the rest of the 11 million people here later. We've been putting Band-Aids upon Band-Aids on the greatest entrepreneurial spirit that we have, and that's immigrants. From the hospitality corridors to picking berries in Georgia to the technology corridors of our nation. We can't afford to get this wrong. The state courts, the federal courts, former attorney generals, former CIA directors are all saying this was not the way, Mr. President.
But putting it off, on the other hand, and we're out of time, appreciate you joining us, but putting it off and having all that time that you've got to go through all of this red tape, there could be another attack.
Don't run scared. Do it right. Put it off if the rules of engagement were done wrong, because we are America, because we have to get this right.
Okay, we'll see if you're right. 6 p.m. Eastern time this evening. Thank you.